Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to a brand new video today. This video is a Tranmere Rovers video, but it's about the Loanies players that we have got at the club for 2021 to 2022. The 5 players that we have on loan have been incredible for us this season, but the players that we've got are Ross Doohan, who is a goalkeeper, Leo Connor, who is a defender and a midfielder, Josh Hawks, Paul Garzal and Josh pake. So I'm going to be talking to you in individual about the players, how they've been playing, how they've been performing, and how they've been doing well in the past season that we've had them for. I mean, obviously it's only in January, but obviously things can change around, which is a good thing for Tranmere, just see how they play. And there's a little rumour that we could be making a signing from one of them Loanies, which would be fantastic, depending on who it is. But I do hope it's like O'Connor or something like that. But I will explain why I think he's a good player, and possibly Ross Doohan, because he's been fantastic for us this season. So to start off with, I'm going to start with Ross Doohan. Ross Doohan has been amazing for us this season, obviously with the clean sheets he's made, and he's just been fantastic. When we played Crawley on Saturday, he didn't really have a shot to make, a save to make, which was really good of him, because obviously having no shots against you is a really good thing, because you're playing well, you're winning games, and he has been excellent for us. He came in from Celtic, and he's done really well to get into the team, obviously because Joe Murphy did get an injury against Rochdale, which was good for Joe Murphy. But yeah, Ross Doohan has been amazing for us this season. Obviously, the amount of clean sheets he's getting, I think he's had about 8 this season, which is a winning record at the moment from what I think. But the way he's playing, he is just so good on the ball, fantastic catching the ball. But when he's punting the ball out, it's not as good as what people think. But as long as he's keeping us in games, that is the main thing. Obviously, he's winning those games. The save he done against Rochdale, what a save! Honestly, that could have been a goal for Rochdale, and that we could have conceded our 16th goal in the season. But we've done really well to have him in the team. He's been amazing for us. I just think he's one of the best keepers we've had for Tranmere in a few years. Obviously, Scotty Davis was a great keeper for us, fantastically, but obviously he had to retire, obviously with his injury that he had. But Ross Doohan, what a goalkeeper, done amazing, and he's only young as well, so it's a great thing. I think he's 25. I'm not too sure, but he's a great goalie. He's Scottish, and he's just so good. Honestly, the fans love him, and I would love that we could sign him, possibly, but I just hope we can get a deal done, possibly in the next few weeks, or maybe at the end of the season, and give him a contract, which would be good. I'd probably say a 2-year contract, which would be amazing, because he's only young, and that will give him belief and a load of confidence going into the next few games if he does play for Tranmere Rovers next season. But I do know he will be with Tranmere until the end of the season. So let's just hope that happens and we can sign him. So I'm going to go on to my next player in a minute. So this player is called Leo Connor, who is on loan from Celtic. Obviously another player on loan from Celtic. He was mainly as a right back last season, because Tranmere did bring him in 2020 to 21 season. He'd done okay as a right back for us that season, but he wasn't as good as he was this season. He's been absolute on form this season. He's been fantastic. He's getting in there. He's getting stuck in. He's working well with Jay Spearing. The reason why I'm saying he's working with Jay Spearing, because Tranmere's put him in as a midfielder, and he's just been absolute quality. The games he's playing each and every week, it's working well for him. And I just hope we sign him, because he is one of the best players that we've got in our team right now. He's getting man of the matches each and every week, near enough, when he's at Prenton Park. So possibly he could have one this coming Saturday against Forest Green, which would be amazing if that can happen. But we've got to see what can happen in the next few weeks, in the next few months, if he will be getting a new contract for Tranmere, or possibly if, obviously, because from what I know, all the players that we've got on loan are out of contract at the end of the season. So I would love to see Leo Connor as a Tranmere player next season. I think it will help the Tranmere Rovers players, obviously, with the team that we've got right now, which we're unbeaten in 10 games, and he's been included into that team because he's been amazing for us. I just love him, the way he plays. He gets stuck in all the time and helps Jay Spearing all the time, and I think he's a great player. Obviously, he used to play for Manchester United a few years back, and he was a great player for them then. And obviously, he went to Celtic. He's done really well at Celtic. Obviously, can't get in the team at Celtic, but at Tranmere Rovers, he's wanted because I love him as a player. I think he's fantastic, and he's one of the best. He's just one of the best in my eyes. He's just got everything what a player needs. And for me, I would love to see him as a Tranmere Rovers player come to next season. It would be fantastic. I'll be buzzing with that sign if this happens, but we just got to see what happens come to the end of the season, or possibly in January if we sign him, which will be fantastic. So I'm going to be going on to my next one in a second, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this video right now. So going on to my number 3. So the next one is Josh Hawkes, who is on loan from Sunderland, who's come to Tranmere Rovers. I think it was like later on in the season, and Josh Hawkes has done really well this season for Tranmere Rovers. Josh Hawkes has only scored 1 goal for Tranmere Rovers at the moment. His age is 22. He's done really well for us so far in his time at Tranmere Rovers. Done really well, playing as a team, getting in the team, doing some good assists. His passing is fantastic. His speed, his quality, it's just amazing to watch. His goal against Colchester United was a fantastic goal, and everyone loves him at the club. The players, the fans love him more than anything. Because one of my mates called Archie is a big fan of his. Obviously, he talks about him all the time to me. And it's just a player that we'd love to see at Tranmere Rovers coming next season, which will be remarkable if the deal can be done. Obviously, if we can bring him in and sign his contract. There's rumour that he's coming back to Tranmere after the Forest Green match, because Sunderland wanted their own players back, because obviously they had COVID issues a few weeks back for the FA Cup game. I'm not too sure who it was against, but there's rumours that he will be coming back next week, or is it this week? I'm not too sure, but it'd be fantastic to see him, and hopefully he can get in the team straight away, because he's one of the best players that we've got in our team. He's just remarkable. So hopefully we can bring him in, and obviously he would do really well with Kieran Morris, because Kieran Morris is another great player for Tranmere Rovers that we've got. So hopefully we can see them two in the team in the next few weeks, possibly. So obviously with Josh Hawkes, he's been doing really well. He's out of contract at the end of the season, so he's another one that I would love at Tranmere Rovers. Hopefully that we can bring him in. He can play really well and be more tactical, because he can play as a winger, he can play as a cam, and he's a great player to watch. Obviously, he's one of the best. He was at Hartlepool, I think, last season, or the season. Hartlepool last season, and done really well there. I think he scored a few goals for them. So it'd be another good sign if we can do that. So hopefully we can be signing him. So next one up is Paul Garzal. Paul Garzal is a great player, but in my eyes, obviously because he's a Liverpool player, I can just see Liverpool wanting him back at the end of the season, even though he's out of contract. But it would be nice to see him in a Tranmere Rovers shirt next season. But I just don't know, obviously, because we've got a load of strikers right now, but if it will fit the thing. But I'm not too sure if we will be going in for Paul Garzal to sign for next season. But if it happens, I will stick behind him and get behind him, and with all the other players that we've got. He has scored 3 goals for Tranmere Rovers this season. He scored a goal in the EFL Cup game, I think it was against Oldham, in the Papa John's, and he scored 2 vital goals for us this season against Bristol Rovers to get a 2-2 draw, and the goal against Salford City. And the goal against Salford City was a great goal for him. Obviously, it was only a little tapping, but every goal counts, done it. So it's fantastic for him to score, and that was the goal I missed because I went the loo. That's all. Yeah, all you do is you miss a goal, and it happens, done it. So, but he's a good player when he can be. Obviously, he's had COVID, which is shit. But hopefully, when he comes back, he'll be ready and roaring to go. Obviously, hopefully he can get us up to where we want to be, which is League One for next season. But we just got to see what happens in the next few months and just see how things end up and just see if he signs or not. But in my eyes, I'd like him to stay, but I just don't know what Mickey's thinking or the other coaches are thinking. So for this one, it's a tough one for me. So I'm not too sure. So I'll be going on to my last one now. Going on to my last one, who is Josh McPake, who is on loan from Rangers, who is a left winger, and he's played at every game for Tranmere Rovers since we've signed him in January. He's just been amazing for us, Josh McPake, and he's just performed so well. He's getting into the team, and he's just playing so well for us. He's creating chances, he's creating shots, he's making shots. And he played really well against Crawley on Saturday, and possibly could have had a goal, but obviously didn't go in. But the way he's playing right now, he's been fantastic. Watching him each and every week is fantastic. Obviously, he's got pace, he's driven, well played, and obviously he gets stuck in. And that's what I like in a player. He gets stuck in and he goes in for everything that he needs to. The way he wants to adapt into the team, which is fantastic to see a young player in Josh McPake that doing, obviously, because he's from Rangers. Yeah, I don't think he's had the game for Rangers yet, but come to Tranmere Rovers and he will get in the team. I guarantee you that, because he's one of the best players that we've got as a winger, definitely. Obviously with Ryan, not with Kieran Morris, Ryan. But yeah, he's played really well since he's came. I think he's only had about 4 games this season, but he's playing really well. And I can see him possibly getting a goal, maybe Saturday against Forest Green, which will be really good. But we just got to see what happens in the next few weeks and next few months if we do sign him. I'm not too sure if we will sign him, but because he's only just came in. But we just got to see how things go, how he will gel in the next few weeks in the season, obviously, because we've got some big games coming up. Obviously, we've got the big one on Saturday, so hopefully he plays a part in that game this coming Saturday, which would be fantastic because he is a great player. And he's got really good potential to being in our team and in our squad. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with McPake, because he's a great player. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So please like and subscribe if you are new. I am on the way to 500 subscribers. I'm only 5 away. So if you guys can do that, it will be fantastic, remarkable. And there's a possibility that I'll be doing a crazy video that I will be doing if I get to 500 before or after the Forest Green match. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So please like and subscribe if you are new. So one thing I've got to say, Up the White's Super White Army. Come on, you boys.
I like Duncan's YouTube channel, it's brilliant.